We're going to talk about more immutable realities today. We touched briefly on death and judgment. We're also going to talk about love, because these are immutable realities, and there are things that we're all going to face. Death and judgment are inevitable, but so is our need for love. And this world is so desperate for love and acceptance. We're just a desperate, broken people. We're broken. We're steeped in sin. And we're still loved by God. I want you to think about your conception. Because at the moment of your conception, God loved you into being. He knew exactly who you were because he loved you. He knew your end from the beginning. At that moment of ensoulment, he loved you into existence. Ensoulment's when you are very first conceived. The initial contact is when your soul is created by God. And from that very moment, you're a living being. You're a living being with a soul, even though you're two tiny little cells. From that moment, you are completely loved. No matter what you went through, no matter how you came to be, no matter what your mom went through, no matter what. Maybe you were the product of a one-night stand. God knew. God knew who you were. He called you by name. He formed you in the womb. Every imperfection, every perfection, every interest, every love, everything that moves you. All of the good things. I'm not talking about the disordered passions, because disordered passions are a product of sin. They're a product of original sin. But I'm talking about the things that move you. He knew all of that. That one thing that just came into your mind that brought a smile to your face. Maybe it's hiking. Maybe it's standing on the top of a mountain. Maybe it's playing music. Maybe it's singing. Whatever it is that moves you, that makes you come alive. Maybe it's sports. But he knew that. He knew, and he loved. You know, there's a saying now that love is love, and that's not accurate. That's a stealing farce from the phrase, God is love. And we can try to fill that with romantic love. We can try to fill it with sins. We can try to fill it with pets. We can try to fill it with any number of things. But until we get back to the reality that God is love, and he loves you completely, we're going to be in a world of hurt until we get back to that. So let's start with that very first fundamental, with that very first basic. That you were formed in the womb. That you are loved completely right now. There's nothing you could have done that could break the love of God. No, you can break his grace in your life. You can sever the relationship. But when you're in abject mortal sin, he still loves you completely, and he is still calling you. So you need to get a hold of that in your heart. There is nothing you have done that he cannot forgive. You're not that special. Not in that way. You're special in the fact that you are a unique human being, and there will never be another one of you. You were created by God to be exactly who you are, but you have to reach your full potential. And you're special in that way. Not that you've committed some sin that he can't forgive. So just take a moment and just let yourself be loved by God. Just say, love me. Love me, because he does. And we'll talk more about how to receive that love with a truly open heart. But that's the very first step. That is the very, very first step. Is just wanting Even if you don't believe it, even if you're going, I don't believe this. That's okay. That's okay. That desire. It's just like forgiveness. Sometimes we can't forgive people, and it's like you'll go to confession or you'll, whatever the case might be, and it's like, man, I want to forgive this person, but I can't. But I want to. That desire is absolutely beautiful. And even more so, the desire to love and be loved. Just that question of God, of going, I want to know you. I knew a young man when I lived in Ireland, and I still pray for him. He had searched through all these books, and he said, I want to know God like you do. He was far smarter than me, but it wasn't alive in him. And I said, that desire is a grace from God, and I still pray for him. And obviously I've moved back to the States, but hopefully one day I'll see the fruit of that prayer. But I'm praying for all of you because I want you to know the love of God. But just take those moments and think on the love of God and the fact that in all of your brokenness and your mess and where you are now, you are loved perfectly by God. But you're not ready to receive all the perfection of that love, but you are loved. May God bless you.